Hello Islamic friends, meet again with the Islamic Voice channel. Before we continue, it would be good for us to support this channel by clicking the subscribe, like, comment, and share buttons. Between luxurious palaces and luxury cars, bright lights and lavish parties, no one expected that a moment of quiet solitude with oneself would bring about an unexpected transformation in the life of Georgina Rodriguez, the life partner of world football star Cristiano Ronaldo. In the midst of this world full of materialism came the moment that transformed her life beyond fame and wealth. Georgina was living a life that many dream of, a life full of extravagance and luxury, moving between major global cities, shining on the red carpet, and possessed by a sense of freedom. Her world revolved around fashion, luxury brands, and appearing with her partner Cristiano at sporting events and social occasions. Yet there were moments when she would return home after a long day and feel a deep emptiness. It wasn't about money, fame, or even love, but something deeper inside. She kept asking herself, what is the point of all this? Why don't I feel truly satisfied? One night, as she sat in the garden of their home in Dubai, with the light breeze carrying the scent of the sea, she felt something strange pulling at her. The night sky was completely clear, and the stars seemed to speak to her in an incomprehensible language, a language from another world. As she stared at the sky, she suddenly felt that there was a message waiting for her, a message that might have been there all along, but she hadn't realized it until that moment. The beginning of the transformation. Georgina began to feel a strong desire to know something deeper. She decided to ask Cristiano about his trips to Muslim countries and how he felt when he received cheers and respect in Muslim stadiums. Ronaldo, who is known for his respect for different religions and cultures, had previously spoken about his admiration for the values of Islam and the spirituality he finds in Muslim people. But he had not delved into this subject much. This time, he felt that there was something different in her questions. He spoke to her about the impact of his visits to mosques, the moments when he felt peace in those places, and how respecting Islamic culture gave him a deeper understanding of life and humanity. This conversation increased Georgina's curiosity. She began reading about Islam. At first, it was just curiosity, but she soon discovered that she was drawn to the basic principles of the religion: peace, mercy, humility, and submission to God. There was something profound about prayer, fasting, and charity that she felt reflected the values she had been searching for her entire life. Facing doubts and challenges. But as with every journey of transformation, it was not easy. Georgina faced great doubts from within herself. Could a public figure known worldwide take this path? How would the world, the media, her family, and her friends react? One day, while talking to her mother on the phone, she decided to open up to her. She told her about her deep feelings of conversion and her desire to learn more about Islam. Her mother was not dismissive, but she was apprehensive. "Are you sure, Georgina? This is a big decision, and it will affect your life greatly." The concerns came not only from her family, but from every direction: her friends, her fans, even her followers on social media. Everyone had an opinion, and everyone expected her to remain the image of a modern woman who was not affected by anything. But Georgina was different now. There was something deeper attracting her, something that could not be ignored. The first step towards faith. It was not easy for her to start praying. At first, she felt shy and hesitant, like a little girl learning her first steps in a new world. But she insisted. She decided to learn how to perform the prayer and how to read the Quran. She started using some books and online resources and found that the spiritual process required patience and time. One day, while she was in a small prayer room in her house, she felt something completely different. That was the moment when she performed her first prayer with all her heart and soul. She felt a strong connection between her and God, as if every part of her had responded to this call. That moment was the beginning of the road, the beginning of the feeling of serenity that she had always been searching for. The decision to testify. After months of study and contemplation, Georgina felt ready to take the biggest step. She decided to declare her Islam. She told Cristiano about her decision, and his support was greater than she had expected. He was well aware of the spiritual journey she was going through, and he fully respected her decision. One bright morning, she decided to visit the Sheikh Zayed Mosque in Abu Dhabi, a place that she had always felt reflected beauty and spirituality. There, under the white dome of the mosque and among the golden decorations, she decided to pronounce the Shahada. Her voice was a little trembling, but it was full of certainty. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. The moment she pronounced the Shahada was for her like a liberation of the soul from the constraints of time and place. That moment was the beginning of a new life for her, a life full of faith and inner peace. Facing the world. After announcing her conversion to Islam, Georgina was ready to face the world with all that came with it. She knew that the media would be unforgiving and that some might consider her decision a kind of rebellion against her previous life. But she was strong and confident that this was her path. She began to talk about her experience in interviews, and people began to feel a real change in her personality. She was no longer that young girl chasing fame, but rather a strong, calm woman at peace with herself and the world around her. However, the conversion was not entirely easy. She was heavily criticized, and her true motives were questioned. However, Georgina was clear. This is a purely personal decision stemming from my faith and spiritual journey. I found in Islam what I had been searching for all my life. Georgina's conversion to Islam was more than just a religious change. It was a journey of soul-searching, a journey to find inner peace in a world full of noise. While her story was an inspiration to some, it was also a huge challenge for others. But in the end, Georgina knew that her decision was not for everyone, but for herself and her relationship with God. As the days passed, Georgina became an icon of faith and calm, a woman who found in Islam the peace she had always been searching for. Behind the scenes, Cristiano supported her every step of the way, witnessing her spiritual transformation and feeling prouder than ever. This is the end of our video. If you enjoy Islamic content like this, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.